Leo, I see a pretty life-changing event happening here in the near future for you, darling. When we have this death card coming in for you, and this is not the only death card that popped up, and don't be worrying right now, Leo. I know some of you guys might be freaking out, being like, Velka, I don't want this type of tarot reading with all this death energy. Darling, it isn't like that, all right? With the death card here, this represents, girl, focus on here, all right? Thank you, darling, all right? With these death cards here, this represents transformations. It's this sense of something coming to an end, all right? Doesn't quite literally mean somebody is going to be dying in your life. And based off of your past card, because I have your tarot cards laid out here, Leo, because I have your Celtic cross for this weekly tarot reading, your 10 of Wands is in your past position. So this is exactly that's what I'm trying to say. Is this is exactly the type of energy that you want to be having, because 10s in tarot represent closures, endings, really reinforcing once again the same message here for you, Leo, of like an ending of a chapter of your life. And then it's with this heaviness. And I suspect it's due to the where something is coming to an end is like your relationship with people. You might have been recently going through some major trust issues. Maybe you have been, for a long period of your life, Leo, have been in this place of learning how to just rely on yourself, not really open your heart or anything to anybody else, because in some shape or form, they've always either disappointed you, maybe they just haven't clicked with you, maybe they just haven't felt comfortable enough for you to just share yourself. I suspect for you as well, Leo, due to the fact that this is in your possibility, this is in your work field right now, this Four of Wands, Leo, I wouldn't really be surprised if, especially when it comes to people, you might have been really craving like people in your soul tribe, or some people like to say like soulmates or your twin flame coming up in your life. Doesn't necessarily mean romance, by the way, because you can have platonic, just normal human friendships. It's not just always about romance, right? You could be, but I always like to make that clear. When I talk about relationships, I don't just talk about romantic ones. But overall for you, Leo, you have just been in this place of not really having anything that stirs your soul, something that has really inspired you into, that has even, and for a while now, can I say, Leo, like you haven't really been validated in your beliefs lately. And I feel like you are going into a new chapter of your life. I feel like the words that come to mind, and this is intuitive, Leo, so take this with what you will. There's something associated with like vulnerability and writing and expression. Those are the three, like I was just shown that to me in bullet point, all right? That has nothing to do with these tarot cards here. I always like to make it clear, Leo, when something is intuitively coming to me, because you can choose to take it with a grain of salt, darling, you know, how much relevance you want to add to that message from a person that has a duck earring, that's your choice, darling, all right? I listen to it myself, but I'm the one that chose to wear the duck earring, so perspective, darling. I won't take it personal if it means nothing to you. But let me introduce myself before I even continue on with this tarot reading, Leo. Just real quick, I'm a tarot reader, darling. What makes my tarot readings a little bit different from others is, yes, I'll talk about the positive things that you're working on that's manifesting for you, but I like to provide a little bit of a blueprint in your life, providing to you some guidance, because what good is knowing, Leo, what the positive things are being manifested for you if you don't know how to go from point A to point B. So that's where I like to have my tarot readings to differ from others, is to provide that little bit of guidance. I never feel like I should tell you what you should do with your life, just the best advice that a friend through the screen can give you. So if I sound like the type of tarot reader for you and you're looking for some actual guidance, some actual substance, darling, let's just get right into this, all right? I've been getting carried away here, Leo, with y'all's message, honey. I just was been channeling the Holy Ghost, honey. Enough of the intuitive messages, though. Let me know if that does mean anything to you, though, Leo, by the way. Anyways, darling, let's get into your current situation here, as well as your challenged position, which is your current situation is the Wheel of Fortune, which is fabulous. And then your challenged position is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is just your energy, Leo. The King of Wands is that fire energy, which is obviously you're a fire sign, darling. And you even see in this artwork, the King of Wands has the lion in the back, quite literally you. And so there's a version of yourself that you're looking at right now, Leo, that you picture for yourself, the beautiful long hair or short hair, maybe you bald headed, darling, all right? Bald is beautiful too, right? The version of yourself that you envision, like you love it, you respect it on some level that's capable for you. And you're not that far away from it, right? But it's hard. I feel like it's almost like this sense of like guilt or this sense of shyness that I see here, Leo, towards you fully owning that King of Wands energy. You're looking at it from a distance and you're just like, you know what? I really would like to do that. And the thing about it is going again, I feel like I'm like Raven Baxter, honey. It's just like having a vision. But again, the intuitive message, this usually I don't really do too much of this. I don't like to project it out too much in my general readings, but I do feel like I feel like with the vulnerability message that I got, sense of the version of yourself that you see of yourself almost allows for you to be able to comfortably and confidently express a version of that version of yourself. And I think that's what is holding you back, and that's the thing, one step that you need to be taking to fully transition from the lion that's really intimidating to everybody to the King of Wands, who is intimidating but respected, but people still feel like they can approach them, and they're also inspired, right? And so it's not as if we're dampening your light or anything like that, Leo. It's more so being able to just confidently and comfortably express a version of yourself, whether this is in regards to your work, with people, whatever the case is. The more comfortable you are with being able to express yourself, that's how you get the Wheel of Fortune to really start turning in your favor here, Leo. And I feel like you've already started actively working on this, Leo. Can I say that? So I want to acknowledge this. I don't want you to just take this tarot reading and be like, oh, Velca's really just chastising us, darling. I guess on some level I am, but again, there's a reason as to why there's all this death energy here, honey. So it's like you obviously have been going through it. You guys have been really doing the personal work, and it shows, darling, right? And in the possibilities for you, we have the Four of Wands, which just makes sense, Leo, right? The Four of Wands has that strong signification of like your soulmate, your soul family, the people and the things that you're destined to experience in this lifetime while you're on earth, darling, right? And so to have this there, it makes sense. That's when your soul tribe is able to find you, is because you're able to feel more comfortable expressing yourself, and then that's how you attract the experiences in your life that you're craving right now, that has substance that you're craving, is by being able to unapologetically show the world the version of yourself that it would make no sense, Leo, for me to sit here and complain about being like, oh, I never can find spiritual friends, I never can make spiritual friends if I don't choose to talk about my beliefs. If everyone around me just thought I was like an atheist and had no idea what it is that I do, how could, or like me being able to comfortably express my spiritual beliefs, how could I ever expect to find people that align with my beliefs? Sure, it happens, but it's a lot less likely if you compared to if you were vocal about it. So think about it in that way, Leo, because it's like what you're craving and what you're doing to go after that craving isn't congruent. Align it, and you'll quickly see, because this would be happening pretty quick for you here, Leo, is the more that you express yourself, the more that you challenge your vulnerability daily, the more that opens up for you quickly. So this is really a time for you, because when it comes to tarot, we're just talking about energy, darling, right? But in this sense here, I don't feel as if this is necessarily we're talking about energy, but more so the doors that appear in your path, right? Because those doors have always been there for you. You just are making the decision to go forward and on that path deeper or further. And so as you go further down that path, you realize all these different doors that pop up for you, potentials for you to be able to collab with people, to connect with people, Leo, right? This Three of Pentacles energy. And that's in your near future position. So definitely, Leo, keep your eyes and your ears open. And as you challenge your vulnerability, as you choose to push yourself more and more each day, pay attention to how the world is responding to you, because the world is alive, honey, right? It's actively breathing. And so pay attention. This is not just about energy here. This is quite literally things that have already been in place. All right. In your power position, you have the Sun card, the most positive card in the tarot deck, Leo, which we love to be seeing for you, honey. All right. So this is letting you know things are actively working out in your favor here. In your environment currently, the Death card, once again, the card that I was bringing up to you quite a bit beforehand, Leo. I want to just be normalizing for you right now that you're going to be anticipating certain things ending currently. And I want to be normalizing that for you, rather than you being potentially anxious about certain things in your life coming to an end, because that's just where the chapter of your life is currently, is that death energy. I know, again, it sounds really bad when you say it like that. Let's not take it at surface level here. And then in your hopes and your fears, you have the Fool card. All right. So really positive, brand new beginning for you here, Leo. Ultimately, the version of yourself that you're wanting to get to, you're really going to have to completely rework your everyday life. You're going to have to adopt certain routines and let go of certain routines. You're going to have to let go of certain people to bring in newer, higher version, higher quality people that are more aligned with your beliefs. How do you get that? Is by vocalizing what your beliefs are. Because for a lot of people, the main struggle is like we have all these internal thoughts, we have all these beliefs and ideas, but we need to vocalize it. We never speak it out. Oh yeah, it just goes without saying, what have you. But it's no, you need to see yourself as a billboard. All right. The people that are agreeable with everybody are not being honest with themselves. The people that speak their beliefs with conviction are the people that are being authentic, because like you don't see things in a neutral way. That's just not human. All right. And so the more unapologetic you are, Leo, of being like, hey, this is who I am, the more you're actually going to inspire people rather than have people just be a little bit more intimidated by you. Still appreciate you, but not feel as if they can approach you. And so that's been like the missing key component here for you, Leo, because I know that's been something that you have been struggling with for a little bit here with that Four of Cups. Once you are understanding where that looks like in your life, how you could be more vulnerable in your own personal life, whether it's in your career, socially, or how you dress, how you present yourself, what have you, then everything's going to fall into place beautifully for you, darling. So let's pull 3 more cards for you, Leo. Queen of Swords coming in here. I'm just noticing all this intimidating energy here. Intimidating energy, Leo. Really, people are it's really hard to get into your heart. All right. Because in the past here with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, yeah, it's really hard for you to open up to people, Leo, because I feel like the last time you've opened your heart in the past numerous times, it just wasn't reciprocated in the same way. We don't need to make it about drama or anything per se, because some people, maybe the thing, and that sometimes hurts more, is when people just genuinely just don't care. It's not that they don't like you, it's just that you're not that high on their totem pole compared to you, and that's what bothers you. And so you have, in order for you to save your heart and not to get disappointed or abandoned, you've really adopted this Queen of Swords, which is just, you're an impenetrable wall, darling, right? Which is fine when it comes to people, because you can really scout them out. But I feel like it's now really invading other parts of your life where you are not showing face, not showing emotion, not expressing yourself because you want to present that. So there's a fancy word that I want to use that I don't remember it, so obviously I'm not meant to use it. Above my vocabulary, apparently. Stoic, that's the word, stoic. Come on now, honey. Not even a big word. But here, Leo, overall, I like where this ended. Hopefully this reaches you in some type of way. Tarot reading did give you some guidance, some clarity, darling. Let me know in the comments below. And if you're looking for more in your own personal life, I do one-on-one private tarot readings only through my website, which is linked down below, SimplyVelca.com. And so until next time, Leo, I love you so much, darling. Bye, Leo.